Hey, this is Steven from LegitTechTutorials, and we are on Java tutorial number 11. So this is the beginning of the more intermediate section. This is going to be file writing and file reading. So on all the other previous programs that we had, you were not able to save your work. So this way we are able to do what a lot of programs do, is they write files to save their work. Same thing like video games, they write files to save your saves, that type of thing, so that we could read it again, because once you terminate your program, it's not going to save anything in the RAM, because once RAM is refreshed or turned off, it's gotten rid of. So we have to write something to the hard drive, which is what we're going to do by writing a form of a text file. So here we're going to do one of the many different types of file writers and file readers. So go ahead and follow along here. We're going to go first with the scanner. Console equals new scanner. System.in. And we're going to have some other stuff that we're going to comment out, because we're going to be using that for our read in. So we're going to say input file. So now we're going to we're prompting to input the file name, and this is for the input part. So we're going to comment this out right after we do this. And basically for this, what we have is that to read the file, we're going to input the file, and then we're going to use a scanner to read through it, because the scanner works exactly the same way. It's looking for a file buffer, which could be either the console or the file, as we're going to create a file buffer. So I believe that's what it's called, but system.out.print ln output file. And so now we're going to prompt for the output file, which is what we're worried about right now. So we're going to do string output output file name equals console.next. And so I'm getting this out of the book, and I'm going to be changing this slightly to make it a little better. So here, that's pretty much done there. Now I'm flipping over the other page. This is going to be for the input, which we're going to comment out again. Oh geez. Input file equals new file. Input file name. Oops, there's a space here, and this needs to be capped. So we're going to comment this out. I'm not going to use this. This is for input. We're not going to use this until we create the file. Oh geez, come on. So system.in. So this is where you create the input file. So this is where you use the file as some sort of console, as a console type thing. But we're going to comment that out because we're not going to use that. So we got print writer, and now this is a type called print writer. Well, there's another one that we're going to use because this one does not have what's called an append the file. So that means that you can't use this to write something at the end. You basically have to get rid of everything. It rewrites the file in order to add something to it, which you could use as you save it in your program and rewrite it, and then write stuff at the end. Or we're going to use something else called file writer, which file writer allows you to add something into the object in the constructor right after here, where you put true, which means that you want to append the file. But the reason why this is red is because we have to import that particular one, but it doesn't have this boolean here, so it only takes a string, while the file writer allows you to do that. And then we need to throw a declaration. meaning that if a file cannot be found, we'll go over exceptions on the next tutorial. Talk about what exceptions are and how to catch those, and those are the red things that go in the console, which I'm pretty sure that you have quite a bit of experience with now. So next we have int line number. Now we're going to use this to format our document so it's easier read. And then we're going to do something just like we do earlier. So we're going to do string continuing equals yes, and we're going to do while continuing dot equals yes. We're going to do we're going to do our document right. So we got string line equals this is going to be console dot next line. But what we want to do is we want to prompt our user first. So we're going to say enter in next line to be written. And then we're going to do out.println, and this is the same format as if you're talking to if you're just outputting to the console. But in this case, we're doing the out, and out is our file print writer, which works exactly like similar to what we do with the console. So you could do the exact same format here. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to do our little custom thing here to show what the line number is. So you do plus line number, and then we're going to do a plus, have a lead space, and then we're going to have the asterisk, and then we're going to have this with another output space, and then we're going to have what we inputted. That's right there is what we inputted, and we're going to close that, and then we're going to do the system.out.println. So we're going to say enter in yes to continue, and then we're going to do continuing equals console. No, it's going to be console.next line. There we go. Alright, and then we need to get the line number to increment it. That way, and then also what we have here is we have to close the document. You have to finish writing the document. So you do in.close, which is our input, which we're not worried about right now. So we're going to comment that out. And then we got our out dot close. So now what we do is we're going to run this. So we're going to go in and run. So here I messed up with the test file, but we're going to call it test2.txt. You got to make sure you do file extension .txt. Enter in the line to be written. Hello, my name is, and then hit yes to continue. Then we're going to say Stephen M. And then we're going to fail it. So to fail it, just hit enter or type in no or whatever you want to do. So we're going to fail it. Terminates. You see terminate here. And we're going to go into your standard file directory. So here's my file directory here. It's in my Dropbox, but here's where the Java tutorials test, and test is my package here. So test, and we're going to go into there, and here's test2, and there it is. And here's our file, and here's our line number, and here is our input. So it says hello, my name is, and then there's a space because I put an enter space and hit Stephen M. And there you go. So let's say we wanted to read. Let's say right now we didn't want to search this document. We just wanted to just display it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back through, and so now we're done with the input. now we're done with the outputs. Now we're going to comment. Now we're going to uncomment these. And then we're going to comment out the outputs. So here we have those, and now we're going to undo these, and then we're going to do the print writer, and then we're going to do this one, and we're going to do this one, and we're going to do this one. Let me see if I can remember how to do the bulk thing. I believe it's this. And we gotta go this side, and I believe it's this. But this is before, but it only goes to a certain point. Because that guy. So we're just going to delete this guy. We're going to copy it. Control copy, and then get rid of it. So we're going to get rid of that. And then we're going to go ahead and comment out this guy. And comment in this guy. And then we're also going to, so now we got console, so now we're just going to do console dot but that's a scanner, sorry. So we're going to do system.out.println. We're going to say here is the file, and then we're going to do system.out.println, and then we're going to say in. Right? So this should do this guy, and we need to go here and import that file.io, which makes that guy go good. So type void can be thrown. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this other stuff. See what's giving me the problem here. Let's go ahead and see if we could run this or what it's going to do. Okay, oh, sorry about that. That right there might have been caused the problem. Okay, so system.in console input file name. Complete the statement. Okay. Now we should be good to go. So let's just hard do it in here. So we're just going to do file.txt file2.txt. Okay, so that's the wrong spot. Right here, it's going to be here. So we do file2.txt, and this is going to be input file. But we're not really going to use a scanner, so we're not really too worried about it. I'm missing a quote. Okay. So we're going to say throws file not found exception. Okay. Now this doesn't matter, you can enter in whatever. Oh, sorry, it's a test. Sorry, this one's taking a little longer than it should be. My fault about that. So this one we're just going to skip. Now it should be working here. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it then. Instead of this, we're going to say here's a file, and then we're going to do while in.hasNext. So this is checking if there's a next, if there's something next in there. What we're going to do is we're going to do string input equals in.next, and then we're going to do system.out.println input. And now when we run it, okay, there we go. So I got it. So here, what we're going to do instead is we're going to do next line, and then here when we run it, you got to actually do this here because it's still set here for some reason. So you do test2.txt, and there we go. Now we read the file and it's in the console, so now we could do something with that, do some sort of method to go through and change this. You could also create the class and add all this functionality in methods, and so it allows you to do stuff quicker, and so you just send a file in and it does all the processing and outputs one thing. But that we're going to be going on later in this intermediate portion where we do a lot of problem solving. So our next, I guess our next tutorial, number 12, would be how to, I might do something different. It might be that, or it might be something different. Would be errors, talking about how to catch errors and throwing exceptions so you don't get the red, so you just get something else. So now we're going to continue on, and I'm just going to play this by ear and find some programs that we could write to solve some problems and continue from there. So stay tuned for the next tutorial and the continuation of this Java series into the immediate and later on into, I guess, the advanced portion of Java. And so subscribe for more videos and other series, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.